Hello there, nice slice here, coming at you from the Great White North in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Now today we're going to be looking at two knives. And these knives were given to me recently by my uncle, and they did in fact belong to my grandfather. So they do hold some special meaning to me. He was a roofer by trade, a husband and a father by choice, and he was very good at all three of those things. So let's have a look at what we got here. This one, I can't find a maker's mark or name. All it says, if you can see that in there, is Japan. So I'm assuming, there it is. It's a Japanese steel, stainless, because these did sit in a closet for probably 2.5 decades. And this steel is in pretty good shape. I will, as far as corrosion goes, you can see the brass is showing some green on it. Nice stacked leather handle. Very typical hunting knife of that era. Aluminum pommel. Once again, you can see the grass green coloring on the brass. It's a clip point, and it looks to me as if at some point, maybe my grandfather, maybe somebody else, it looks as though they attempted to sharpen this with a angle grinder, possibly a bench grinder, not a belt sander, but a grinder. Wouldn't surprise me. It's a nice clip point swedge on this knife. It is a good size. I'm not going to go into dimensions on these knives, but you can see here, you can see what I mean. That edge is a bit chewed up there. I am going to attempt to correct that. See if I can clean that up. Get this back to a, it is sharp. I wouldn't run my finger down that, but it's not very pretty. So let's have another good look at this knife. If anybody out there watches this video and recognizes the maker on this, please let me know. Like I said, all the mark on the knife, the only mark is Japan. And I'm assuming that is for the steel. Doesn't mean it was made in Japan. It's more than likely a German made knife. But this next one, some of you may recognize it already. Let's have a look at the sheath first. This is a Schrade Walden knife. Very good quality sheath. This knife has seen a lot of use as well. And I do watch another channel called Knives Survival, and he has been reviewing some old USA made Schrades that he has in his collection, and it actually inspired me a little bit to do this video, so I just want to say thank you, Knives Survival, for that. You can see this one has a good belt loop and another belt loop, so options, pretty good. Some little decoration on there. You can see it's stitched and riveted. So from what I could tell, what I could find from these knives, this is the Schrade Walden 141. You can see it there. And this model was in production from 1955 to 1973. The early runs would not have the 141 stamped into the tang. This one does, but what makes this don't want to say rare, but a little more unique is this aluminum bear head pommel. Now this particular model was only made from 61 to 65. So a little harder to come by these days, I would assume. And I really like that. Looks cool. Anything with a bear on it. Knife Survival did a scrimshaw folder, and he had a bear on his knife. Oh, this is my granddad's knife, and he's got a bear on his. So I believe this would be a carbon steel blade. And you can see it's, like I said, it's been well used. The tip is no longer a tip, really. Not a pointy tip anyhow. And it is not sharp at all. I could run my fingers down that. As you can see, the blade itself though is in quite good shape. Very small amount of rust, some discoloration. Once again, we have stainless steel guard, stacked leather handle with plastic spacers. 3 colors there, black, white, and red. Again, at the bottom of the handle, and the aluminum bear's head. I just really enjoy having these knives. As you can see as well, I'm not using the mat for most of my videos for measuring. I did talk to the executives here at Kitchen Table Studios, and we decided that the fall background would do very nicely for today's video, as it is hunting season, and officially we are in the fall season. So like I said, if anybody has any information on this knife, please let me know. So you have the Schrade Bearhead 141. There you have it.